guys? Sports of the Diesel back at you here. The second round of the NBA playoffs has begun, starting off on Sunday with the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, as the Milwaukee Bucks handily win game one here, 101-89. They only allow 20 points in the paint by the Boston Celtics here, which is the lowest in team history, regular season and postseason. Catastrophic meltdown by the Boston Celtics. But ultimately, the Boston Celtics needed a punch in the mouth. You sweep Brooklyn. You're on a high of sweeping Brooklyn. You come in and you go up against the defending champs here in game one. You get punched in the mouth, and the Celtics will respond in game two. Expect that. 18 of 50 from downtown by the Boston Celtics. 53-point attempts. You give credit to Milwaukee's interior defense with the 20 points in the paint. You give credit to them guarding them 94 feet here, as Wesley Matthews and Drew Holiday and even Grayson Allen and Javon Carter gotten on the act. And they did not let the Celtics offense get going from the jump. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, expect differently from these two guys in game two. Jaylen Brown, 4 of 13. He only scored 12 points, 7 turnovers. But if you're Boston, you're feeling mighty good about yourself because you only shot 33% from the field and you only lost by 12. You're feeling good. Your defense was there. Their half-court defense was phenomenal, but the turnovers was the killer for the Celtics. They had 18 turnovers, which eventually led to 28 Milwaukee points. That's what killed them in this game as well. But Milwaukee's defense, phenomenal in game one. We'll see what happens in game two. Moving over to Golden State versus Memphis, as Golden State steals a victory here in Memphis, 117-116. Jordan Poole, another awesome performance by him, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists off the bench. The controversial Draymond Green ejection, I thought it was a flagrant one because I've seen guys get hit harder and land in a more vulnerable state than that and not get called a flagrant 2. But because of Draymond Green's history, they called it a flagrant 2. I did not like Draymond Green's antics when he got ejected with the fans and hyping up the fans. I didn't like that. That was very unprofessional of him. But at the same time, though, we are not surprised that they threw out Draymond Green in a controversial ejection flagrant 2 call. It doesn't matter. Championship DNA rose to the forefront as Klay Thompson hit a late three-pointer here to go up by 1. And then the defense by Klay Thompson, the help defense by Klay Thompson on Ja Morant's run to the rim to try and win it on a game-winning layup. And Ja Morant looked like a deer in headlights when he missed that layup because that was a makeable layup for him, and he's made that layup how many times this season? Moving over to Monday's action, starting off with the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the number 1 seed Miami Heat here, 106-92 here. The only guy really engaged for the Philadelphia 76ers was Tobias Harris with 27 points, 6 rebounds. Maxey, Harden, Danny Green, they all played atrociously. I don't even want to talk about James Harden because he knows better, because he needs to be scoring 25, 30 points a game in order for Philadelphia to have a remote chance in these first 2 games. Miami's going to win the first 2 games of the series. Let's just be real. Let's be honest here. Miami's going to win the first 2 games of this series. I know it's only game 1, but James Harden cannot go 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and then commit 5 turnovers. He's got to have somewhere between 25, 30 points. They will get blown out in this series, and Miami could sweep them. And they didn't even have Kyle Lowry. Bam Adebayo, 24, 12, and 4. And then Tyler Hero, the big guy of the night, the 6th man of the year in the NBA. 25 points off the bench, hit some clutch shots late in the ball game to pull this game out. And the rest is history, 1-0 Miami. Dallas up against number 1 seed Phoenix Suns here as Phoenix wins 121-114. There was some late hiccups here in the ball game by Phoenix that made this game closer, that made the score closer than it actually was, but Phoenix was up 17 going into the fourth quarter. Doncic, phenomenal performance, 45 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. But I will say this, it felt like I was watching a one-man show with Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. I know that this is a team sport, and it felt like 1v5 in this ball game. Jalen Brunson, Finney Smith, Kleba played well. Kleba had 19 points off the bench. He had some good moments here, but Doncic has got to get more out of his teammates, especially Jalen Brunson, who's been a stud. He was phenomenal in that series against Utah in the first round. They really going to need it here if they're going to go up against the team that just made it to the NBA Finals last year. They need Jalen Brunson. They need Finney Smith. They need Kleba. They need these guys, these X-factor players, these role players to step up and make some big shots, and especially to accompany and help out Doncic, because Doncic cannot do this alone, especially against Phoenix. But thank you guys so much for your time. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. More second round coverage coming up. I hope to see all your faces in the next one. Deuces.